Thank you for choosing Wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Part 1. The Secret Beneath the Soil. What if the fortune you've been seeking is already growing silently in the corner of your living room? Not in a bank account, not in a job offer, but in a simple, unassuming plant. Most people walk past their houseplants without a second thought. A touch of green here, a bit of decoration there. But for those who understand the ancient languages of energy, intention, and Feng Shui, one plant stands out, quiet, tall, and often misunderstood. The snake plant. It doesn't bloom. It doesn't bend. It doesn't beg for attention. And yet, within its silence lies a doorway, one that, when unlocked, has been said to shift careers, attract unexpected income, and release long-stuck financial energy. But the secret isn't just in the plant itself. It's what's hidden beneath it. There's an old practice passed down quietly through spiritual lineages and whispered in the corners of Buddhist temples and Feng Shui schools alike, the burial of sacred objects beneath a living conduit of energy. A ritual of focus and surrender. A statement to the universe that says, I am no longer waiting. I am ready. Now, let's be clear, this isn't magic. It isn't superstition. And it isn't about tricking the universe into giving you more. It's about preparation. You're not just placing items in dirt. You're planting intention into living soil. You're declaring your willingness to grow. And like all true spiritual practices, this one begins not with hope, but with presence. In this video, we'll walk through this forgotten ritual, why the snake plant is the perfect guardian for your abundance, what 4 sacred objects you must place beneath it, and how to care for it so that it cares for you in return. This is not a trick to get rich quick. It is a path to realignment, to understanding that prosperity is not something we chase, it's something we activate from within. So if you've ever felt like your energy was blocked, like opportunities keep slipping past you, or like the flow of fortune has quietly dried up, then come closer. Because what we bury with intention today may rise with grace tomorrow. Let's begin. Part 2. Why the snake plant is more than a plant. At first glance, the snake plant seems ordinary. No flowers. No fragrance. Just long, upright leaves with a quiet confidence. But if you pause and really look, there's something else happening. It doesn't sprawl or twist. It rises. Each leaf stands like a blade, straight, firm, and full of stillness. This isn't decorative energy. It's directional energy. In Feng Shui, we call this yang wood, the force of upward momentum, determination, and focus. It's not the flexible grace of bamboo or the softness of a hanging vine. It's the posture of something, or someone, unwilling to fold under pressure. In Buddhist thought, this shape is deeply symbolic. Think of a meditating monk seated in stillness. He is not passive. He is entirely present. The world may rush past, but his mind is anchored. His back is upright, like the spine of a snake plant leaf. His breath moves slowly. His presence sharpens. He does nothing, and yet transforms everything. The snake plant holds this same energy. It doesn't chase the sun. It doesn't wilt in darkness. It stays. It listens. It absorbs. This is why, in both Buddhist and Feng Shui practice, the snake plant is seen as more than just a botanical specimen. It's a kind of energetic guardian. A plant that not only survives but purifies, both the air around you and the energy within your home. Modern science affirms this ancient belief. Snake plants are known to filter toxins, release oxygen even at night, and remain incredibly resilient under neglect. But what science cannot yet measure is the subtle field it creates, the invisible influence it has when placed with care and treated with reverence. This plant becomes a symbol of integrity. Its leaves remind us of right speech, sharp when necessary, but never wasteful. Its growth pattern mirrors right effort, slow, but unshakable. And its presence teaches right mindfulness, the discipline to hold energy without leaking it. So when we choose this plant to be the vessel for our sacred ritual, we're not just decorating a corner. We're inviting a teacher into our space. One that asks for little, but gives much. When you sit near a snake plant, you may begin to notice how your own energy shifts. You speak more clearly. You make decisions more firmly. You rest more deeply. Not because the plant is doing anything magical, but because it is being exactly what it is. And in its presence, you remember how to do the same. In the next section, we'll begin building the foundation of our ritual, not with soil, but with intention. Because even the strongest plant needs roots. And every transformation starts beneath the surface. Part 3, the Ritual Toolkit, 4 sacred items you must bury. Every ritual needs tools. But not just any tools, sacred ones. In this practice, we don't use complicated altars or flashy crystals. We use 4 humble, symbolic objects that work together like the 4 legs of a stable table. Each one represents a unique aspect of abundance, not only material wealth, but also clarity, courage, and spiritual alignment. Let's begin with the base. 1. The 3 ancient coins, the foundation of flow. Imagine trying to build a house without a foundation. Now imagine trying to attract wealth without establishing flow. That's where the first item comes in, 3 ancient style coins, tied together with a red thread. These aren't lucky charms. They're energetic circuits. In traditional Feng Shui, 3 coins represent the metal element, the energy of value, structure, and resources. When tied together with red thread, which symbolizes fire, you ignite the metal's power. The red doesn't just hold the coins together, it activates them. And through this activation, you begin what masters call the wealth loop. Let me explain. Metal produces water, which represents flow and opportunity. Water nourishes wood, your snake plant. Wood feeds fire, your actions and aspirations. Fire creates earth, the foundation of manifestation. And earth, in turn, generates more metal, completing the cycle. This isn't just symbolic. It's energetic design. Burying these coins beneath your snake plant grounds your space in financial readiness. You're not asking for sudden windfalls, you're establishing a system for steady, sustainable abundance. I once met a small business owner who kept hitting a wall. She had clients, products, effort, but income never stayed. After she activated her plant with the wealth loop, she described it like a dam finally releasing water. Payments cleared. Invoices stopped stalling. And new contracts came through without the usual resistance, she said. Because money doesn't just need effort. It needs movement. And this ritual opens the flow. 2. Citrine or pyrite, the compass of inner clarity. Now that you've laid the foundation, you need guidance. That's where our second object comes in, a crystal, either citrine or pyrite. If the coins are about outer wealth, the crystal is about inner clarity. Citrine, with its warm golden hue, is often called the stone of the sun. It carries an energy of clarity, joy, and vision. In Buddhist thought, it symbolizes discernment, the ability to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. Pyrite, also known as fool's gold, is anything but foolish. It radiates grounded strength, protection, and mental discipline. Its energy whispers, You don't need to be lucky, you need to be ready. These crystals help anchor your mind. They cut through doubt. They sharpen awareness. A friend of mine, a creative director, once said she had ideas but always second-guessed herself. Opportunities showed up, she told me, but I hesitated. I didn't trust my gut. After burying citrine beneath her plant, she started journaling daily and acting faster on her ideas. Within 2 months, she landed the biggest campaign of her career. Because fortune doesn't only visit the lucky. It stays with the clear-minded. Citrine helps you recognize the right doors. Pyrite helps you believe you can walk through them. Choose the one that speaks to your path. Then bury it alongside the coins. 3. The brass key, access to the next level. What good is clarity if we're too afraid to act on it? The third object in this sacred toolkit is a brass key. Keys are more than metal. They are symbols of permission. In Feng Shui, a key represents authority, movement, and access. Not just to physical doors, but to energetic ones, new beginnings, breakthroughs, and self-worth. Brass, an alloy of copper and zinc, combines the warmth of heart with the sharpness of intellect. In the 5-element system, it still belongs to the metal family, connected to decision-making and prosperity. When you bury a brass key under your snake plant, you are telling the universe, I no longer wait outside. I am ready to walk in. This key might not open a literal door, but it may unlock something inside you. A bold idea you've been afraid to pursue. A shift in how you speak about your worth. Or the courage to finally say yes to change. One of my students once placed a brass key beneath her plant with a simple whispered wish. Open the path I've been avoiding. Weeks later, she was offered a job abroad, something she'd secretly longed for but never dared to chase. The key didn't create the opportunity, but it reminded her she deserved to reach for it. That's the difference. You're not asking life to do something for you. You're signaling that you are ready to do your part. 4. The handwritten note. Anchoring your intention. The final item is simple, but profound, a handwritten note. Just a few words. Attract wealth. Gather fortune. That's it. But don't type it. Don't copy it. Write it, slowly, mindfully, with your full presence. Why? Because your handwriting is more than ink. It's a vibration. It carries your rhythm, your belief, your soul's imprint. In many Buddhist traditions, writing is considered a sacred act. The brush or pen becomes an extension of your spirit. Each stroke holds emotion. Each word, an offering. This note becomes the spiritual thread tying all the physical objects together. It's the whisper behind the ritual, the part that says, this is not just about having more. This is about becoming more aligned with who I truly am. When you bury this note alongside the coin, the crystal, and the key, you're sealing the ritual with something personal. Private. Real. This note may not shimmer like a crystal, but it holds the most potent energy of all, your conscious intent. Why these 4 work together? Think of these 4 items as 4 elements of a whole. Coins give you material stability. Crystal gives you mental clarity. Key gives you energetic access. Note gives you spiritual purpose. When combined beneath the roots of your snake plant, they don't just sit there. They speak. To the plant. To the space. To the universe. They say, we are ready for flow, insight, opportunity, and alignment. You're not burying symbols. You're activating layers of readiness, from the body to the soul. In the next part, we'll talk about how to honor this sacred arrangement, not just with silence, but with care. Because what you respect, responds. Part 4, Sealing the Ritual, Cloth, Soil, and Stillness. Once your sacred objects are placed beneath the snake plant, There's one final step, a gesture that transforms this act from ordinary arrangement into sacred offering. You must seal it. But not with stone. Not with cement. Not with force. You seal it with stillness. And with respect. The sacred cloth, a gesture of devotion. Take a small strip of cloth, gold or jade in color. Wrap it gently around the base of the plant, just above the soil and below the leaves. This is not decoration. This is dedication. In Feng Shui and Buddhist practice, wrapping is a sacred gesture. It signals to both the seen and unseen worlds. This space is no longer mundane. It is now a vessel for intention. Why gold or jade? Because gold resonates with wealth and enduring value, aligning with the metal element, the same element connected to your coins and key. Jade, on the other hand, embodies peace, longevity, and renewal, echoing the wood element, your living plant. Avoid using red or black cloth here. Red, the fire element, can overactivate and burn out the plant's gentle energy. Black, the water element, can drown the flow of wealth if placed without balance. Tie the cloth softly. No tight knots. This isn't about control. It's about reverence. Like placing a robe on a monk, you're not dressing the plant, you're acknowledging its role as a keeper of energy. Optional, sacred soil or sandalwood ash. Before you tie the cloth, you may choose to add one more layer of depth. A pinch of sacred soil, from a temple, a family altar, or land that holds meaning. Or a sprinkle of sandalwood dust, used for centuries in Buddhist rituals to purify energy and calm the spirit. These final touches act like spiritual conductors, helping the frequency of your objects travel more freely into the roots of the plant, and from there, into your space. But they're not required. What is required is stillness. Take a moment after the cloth is tied. Close your eyes. Breathe gently. Feel the space around you shift. You've just created not a charm, but a living shrine, one that doesn't demand worship, but invites alignment. In the next section, we'll explore when to do this ritual, because timing isn't just about the calendar. It's about catching the rhythm of the universe when it flows in your favor. Part 5, Timing is Power, When to Activate This Energy. You've chosen your plant. You've buried your sacred tools. You've sealed it with reverence. Now, only one question remains. When should you perform this ritual? Because in both Feng Shui and Buddhist cosmology, timing isn't a footnote. It's the hidden amplifier of everything you do. Just as a seed grows best in spring and a candle glows brightest in the dark, energy moves most powerfully when it rides the right current. And the ancient sages observed that certain windows in time align the forces of heaven, earth, and human. This is known as San Kai, the sacred trinity of cosmic timing. The best times to perform the ritual. The first day of the lunar calendar. This is the energetic equivalent of sunrise. A new cycle begins. Just as farmers plant during spring, this is the time to sow your intentions in fresh spiritual soil. The 10th day of the lunar calendar. In Chinese spiritual belief, this is the day the god of wealth is said to descend to earth. Energies of prosperity and generosity are particularly active. To align with it is to say, I'm ready to receive with wisdom. The hour of the rabbit, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Soft light. Gentle awakening. This is when yang energy begins to rise. It's a subtle tide that lifts the spirit, clears the mind, and prepares the heart to move forward. This is not the hour for hustle, but for alignment. The first days of Lunar New Year. During these days, all energy is new. Every thought is magnified. Every action echoes. It's a time when intention settles deeper, and ritual carries further. These aren't superstitions. They're observations. When you perform this ritual during these windows, It's not just your energy at work. You're moving in harmony with cosmic rhythm, like placing a small boat in a river that's already flowing in the direction you desire. So mark your calendar. Rise early. Be still. And when the moment feels soft and sacred, begin your ritual. Not because you're trying to force change, but because you're finally flowing with it. In the next section, we'll explore how daily care becomes daily alignment, because a ritual doesn't end once it's planted. That's only the beginning. Part 6. Care as practice, nurturing your wealth daily. The snake plant is no longer just a houseplant. It's a living mirror, a quiet reflection of your energy, your attention, and your discipline. How you treat it is how the universe understands what you're ready to receive. Wipe the leaves, clear the face of prosperity. In Feng Shui, the leaves of a plant represent your prosperous face. If they're dusty, limp, or spotted, that energy reflects back into your space. Once a week, take a soft cloth and gently wipe each blade. Do it slowly, mindfully, not as a chore, but as an act of presence. In Buddhism, we are taught that every action contains a seed. When you clean with intention, you plant seeds of clarity, of respect, and of non-attachment. You're not just removing dust. You're removing energetic residue. Water only when needed, mastering balance. The snake plant doesn't need much water. It thrives on restraint. Overwatering drowns its roots. Underwatering dries them out. Neither extreme serves life. This is a lesson. Only water when the soil is dry, not on a schedule, but in response to real need. This teaches you the art of right timing, one of the core principles of water element Feng Shui. Are you giving because the moment calls for it? Or because you feel obligated? Let your watering become a silent practice in discernment and balance. Let there be gentle light. Snake plants prefer indirect sunlight, a space where light is present, but not overwhelming. Too much sun scorches its leaves. Too little, and it weakens. What kind of energy are you exposing yourself to daily? Are you burning out with intensity? Or hiding in the shadows of doubt? Place your plant near a window where light arrives softly. A reminder that nourishment is not always forceful. Often, it's subtle, steady, and kind. Choose the right soil, let luck drain freely. Healthy roots require healthy soil. Use a well-draining mix, sand, perlite, organic matter. And always ensure your pot has a drainage hole. In Feng Shui terms, this allows stagnant energy to exit, making space for new blessings to enter. Think of it as teaching your home to let go. A snake plant sitting in soggy soil is like a life stuck in regret, guilt, or clinging. Give it space to breathe. And in doing so, you'll remember how to let your own energy flow again. Observe without attachment. Each week, take a moment to observe your plant. Are the leaves firm and upright? Are there signs of browning or decay? Are pests appearing? In caring for your plant, you begin to care for something deeper, your rhythm, your chi, your karmic flow. Because when wealth is truly aligned, it's not just about what you own. It's about how you tend to what's already growing. Part 7. Where to place the plant for maximum energy. You've chosen your sacred items. You've buried them beneath the soil. You've committed to caring for your plant like it's a reflection of your inner self. Now comes a critical question: where should it go? In Feng Shui, nothing is placed at random. Every doorway, corner, and surface in your home holds a different frequency. The way energy moves through your space can either support your intentions, or silently resist them. Placing your activated snake plant in the right location ensures that it doesn't just radiate energy, it channels it toward your goals. Here are 5 powerful placements that align with both Feng Shui and energetic logic. 1. To the left of your main door, from inside looking out. This is called the green dragon position, a powerful location linked to protection, vitality, and upward movement. Placing your plant just inside the front door, on the left-hand side, helps welcome prosperous energy into your life. It acts as a guard, filtering out negative chi and inviting in opportunities, especially in your career and finances. If you've been facing blockages at work or financial instability, this is where your plant should stand. 2. On either side of a wealth altar or sacred space. If you have a small wealth altar, a statue of the god of wealth, or even a candlelit space for prayer and intention, place 2 snake plants symmetrically on each side. This reinforces yin-yang balance. It visually anchors your altar in harmony, allowing your offerings and intentions to settle into a field of calm order. It's especially effective if you practice rituals, affirmations, or meditation in that area. 3. On your desk, for mental focus and decision-making. For those who work from home, own a business, or manage creative projects, placing your plant on your desk is powerful. The upright blade energy of the snake plant supports clarity, willpower, and financial focus. It's like having a silent mentor nearby, reminding you to stay sharp, grounded, and aligned with your purpose. 4. On the balcony, filtering external energy. Balconies are energetic thresholds. Qi enters and exits through them constantly. Placing your snake plant here allows it to act as a natural filter, softening chaotic outside energy and gently drawing in refreshed, positive flow. If your balcony faces a noisy road, crowded buildings, or sharp corners, this placement becomes even more important. 5. At the base or midpoint of a staircase. Staircases move energy vertically, often too fast. This can cause instability in multi-level homes. A snake plant at the base or mid-landing slows the rush, stabilizes the flow, and prevents energy, including wealth energy, from draining too quickly between levels. Wherever you place your plant, remember, don't just put it there. Honor the space. Observe how it feels. Adjust if needed. Because energy isn't static, it moves in response to your awareness. In the final section, we'll talk about the one sacred rule that must never be broken. The power of keeping your ritual quiet. Part 8. The Silent Agreement. Why you must tell no one. There's one rule in this ritual, perhaps the most important of all. And it's this: tell no one. Once you've buried your sacred items, once you've wrapped the cloth and placed your plant in its chosen spot, let it be. Don't show it to friends. Don't explain it to your partner. Don't seek validation or praise. Because energy, like seeds, requires silence to grow. In ancient Buddhist teachings, intention is compared to a sprouting lotus. If you dig it up too soon to check its progress, you don't help it, you kill its chance to root. The same goes for this ritual. Your coin, your crystal, your key, your handwritten note, they're not decorations. They are extensions of your energy, vibrating in quiet conversation with the universe. When someone else touches them, questions them, or doubts them, their energy mixes with yours, and that delicate current can break. This isn't about secrecy from fear. It's about protection through reverence. Think of it as a sacred contract between your inner world and the flow of chi around you. You don't need approval for what's sacred. You need stillness to let it work. Speak to your plant if you wish. Water it with presence. Watch it with patience. But hold the ritual in your heart, not your mouth. Because the universe doesn't respond to noise. It responds to preparation. And you, by taking this quiet step, have shown that you are ready. So care for your plant gently. Return to it when you feel lost. And know that in its silent strength, something is already shifting. If this message has brought you peace, clarity, or inspiration, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe to Wisdom of the Dharma. Let us grow together, in silence, in spirit, and in trust. The seed has been planted. Let fortune rise.